Welcome to the Finding Freedom Reselling YouTube channel. Here we're going to talk about all things related to eBay and reselling. Just to give you a little background on me, I've been on eBay about 24 years, which is a really long time. I started out selling anything from clothes to Corvettes, and sometimes I went all in and I've had a couple of stores, and sometimes not at all. So pretty sporadic. As life gets busy, sometimes I would, let eBay fall by the wayside. But as I near retirement, I have about 10 years to go. I need something extra to get me these last few miles, and something that can be a little bit of a side income in retirement. I don't really want to work a second job, and this is fun and a hobby for me. So what a better way to have a side job in retirement than something that's fun that you enjoy. I have decided to start with what I have in my home, and I'm going to do some downsizing. So my sourcing for right now is going to be in my home and what I have. I'm also helping my parents downsize, and they've said that I can come and source at their house. Some of those items I will do on consignment. I will be giving them part of the money, so I won't keep all of that money. The format of this is going to be, I'll give you an update monthly of what I sold the previous month, what my gross sales were, what my net sales were, any expenses that I've come across, and anything that I've found that were really kind of interesting and fun. So I'm going to try to list one item a day or 2 items a day. This video is going to launch in February, so I decided to list 2 items a day. I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't get the 2 items a day. I still work full time, and I still have a pretty busy life. So you should do the same. If you're just starting out, try listing 1 item a day, and don't beat yourself up if you don't get to it. The point is to try to be consistent. You want to do something so that eBay knows you're there and you're interested. And believe me, I've started and stopped this numerous times. During the pandemic, I hadn't touched my eBay account in a couple of years. And then I just started putting stuff out there because I was home and I was finding stuff in my house. We all had time to clean out. And then all of a sudden it just gained traction. So I've recently done that again as well. It's gaining traction again. So try to be consistent and, keep listing every day. And the more you list, hopefully the more you sell. And the more money you make. And, my goal is, to clean out for now. And then I will do some maybe garage sales or estate sales. We call them tag sales. I'm in New England. I'll just figure out how I want to get items. But for right now, I have a lot of items, at least for the next couple of months, to get me going. So I'm going to start talking about some things that I did sell in January of 2026. And let's get started and see what sold. And then I'll go over my numbers and we'll see how much I made. So my first item was Lion Brand Wool Ease Fair Isle yarn. I sold it for $10 a skein, just 1 skein this time. I am a crafter, a knitter. I sew and I quilt, so you'll see a lot of these are craft items. And just keep in mind that all these items are free to me, so I don't have any inventory costs built into these. The second item is a pair of Karen Scott riding boots, and I was able to get $20 for these. My next item is Lion Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick 1 skein. It's $6. It was a $6 sale. A lot of people won't sell for, below a certain threshold. I am just selling everything that I don't need in my house that I think I can sell. I may not be getting much, but as well as trying to build my eBay store, I'm also trying to clean out my house. So that's the reason you'll see some of these smaller items. It's much easier for me to put them on here than to have a tag sale and haul everything to the driveway. My next item is a 3-pack of Karen Simply Soft acrylic yarn in burgundy. When Joann Fabrics closed, I kind of went a little crazy and purchased a lot of yarn and fabric. And I think most Joann groupies, I'll call us, we were in a panic, that we weren't going to be able to get anything. So I am now trying to weed out some of my stash, and I'm selling a lot of it because there's just too much. I'll never use it in all of my lifetime. So this is a 3-pack of Karen Simply Soft yarn. I got them at a great deal. So I did have a little bit of cost involved in this, but again, it was part of my stash. So I am saying that they are no cost to me because my original intention wasn't to sell them. My next item is a 3-pack of Lion Brand Wool Ease yarn in denim. I got $10 for that. I have another 3-pack of Karen Simply Soft yarn in burgundy. This one sold for $17 as well. The previous one sold for $17 as well, which is really good. Like I said, I certainly didn't pay $17 for each 3-pack of this yarn. My next item is a Donna Dewberry one-stroke painting book, A Summer Garden. I used to teach one-stroke painting at Michael's Arts and Crafts, and I've had a lot of these books, and over the years they've sold here and there. I was going to just donate them, but I decided they're really not hurting anything, and I have the space to store them, so I will just leave them up, and I will, eventually sell them. This one sold for $13 plus shipping. My next item is another 3-pack of Lion Brand Wool Ease denim yarn, sold for $16 plus shipping. I think I have a few more of these to sell, but it's good money for these. Here's another really low item, Lion Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick. 1 skein sold for $4. I did let this one go. I probably shouldn't have sold it for so little, but again, I'm looking for space. My next item is Karen Simply Soft 3-pack of Plum Wine acrylic yarn, sold for $14 plus shipping. My next item is a pair of Pair Eyewear Ella magnetic topper frames, where you can change the top of the frame so your glasses look different all the time. I purchased Pair Eyewear and I sent them back. I didn't like them, and a couple of the toppers they wouldn't refund. So I do have some money into this one, but I'm just happy to be able to recover the $12 that this sold for. My next item is another 3-pack of the Karen Simply Soft Burgundy yarn in acrylic, sold for $17 plus shipping. Here's another really good sale. I had a 6-pack of Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn in beach seagrass sold for $24 plus shipping. This was actually a really great buy for the buyer as well. And that covers my sales for January. I actually sold 13 items on eBay. I do sell on Facebook Marketplace sometimes. I did not sell anything on Facebook Marketplace in January. So here's a recap of what I paid. So my sales total was $180. I paid $4.27 because I do list my items in promoted listings for 2%. I don't go any higher than the minimum of 2%. I paid $44.45 in eBay platform fees. And the shipping, I break even on, at least I did in January. I don't usually make money on shipping. Whatever I pay, the buyer pays. And I also had a zero cost of goods, as all items that I sold in January were free to me. So my January profit was $131.67, which is pretty good for just starting. The items that I sold didn't stay up very long. I listed in January, they sold in January, and I think that was pretty good for a starting month. We'll see how February does. I'm hoping to increase my sales because I'll be gradually listing more and more each month. And it was also $131 worth of stuff just laying around my house that wasn't earning me anything but dust, and now it is turned into cash. So thank you for coming along on this journey with me. Hopefully it will encourage you to maybe look around your house and find some things that you want to sell. Or if you're an experienced seller, any tips or tricks, I'd be happy to hear them. If anyone wants to make any comments or suggestions or have any questions, certainly leave them in the comments. I will probably do at least one video a month, maybe two, just to go over some things that I may be experiencing or some tips or tricks that I've noticed as I progress through my journey. See you in the next video, and I will see you on eBay.